This is a little story I've written for a very special little boy. He's my best friend. This is a story about Ronnie the rabbit. Ronnie is a little white rabbit that loves playing games. His favourite game is hide and seek, and he's very good at it. One day, Ronnie was playing his favourite game with his friends Barry the badger and Maggie the mouse. It was Maggie's turn to search, and Ronnie had hidden in a hole he had found behind an old fallen down tree. He laughed to himself. Maggie will never find me here. Meanwhile, Maggie had found Barry hiding behind a pile of leaves. It wasn't easy for Barry to hide because he was so much bigger than the others, but he didn't care as he loved to play. Barry decided to help Maggie find Ronnie, as it would be quicker with both of them searching. Maggie went off to look in the long grass in the field next door, and Barry went off into the forest, sure that he'd be the one to find Ronnie. Well, Maggie looked all over for Ronnie. When she found he wasn't in the field, she searched for him in the farmer's yard, along the dirt path beside the field. She looked in the old barn, and even under the hedge along the side of the field. Maggie was starting to get tired. She had looked so hard, so she decided to go and see if Barry had found Ronnie. Barry saw Maggie coming as he wandered back to find her. He hadn't found Ronnie either. They were both getting hungry by now, and decided to go and have a snack and come back out and look for Ronnie again. But they felt a little guilty, so started to call for Ronnie to join them. Ronnie heard them calling, but thought they must be trying to trick him out of hiding, as they haven't been able to find him, so he stayed very quiet and very still, certain he couldn't be seen. As Maggie and Barry were walking along and chatting, they suddenly saw a little white fluffy tail sticking up out of a hole in the ground. They looked at each other and grinned. They'd found him. Maggie and Barry crept up very quietly so Ronnie wouldn't hear them. This was going to be so much fun. At last they can get their own back on him for all the little games Ronnie's played on him, and beat him at his favourite game too. When Maggie and Barry were as close as they could get without Ronnie hearing them, they both took as deep a breath as they could, looked at each other, nodded, and then let out as loud a shout as they could. Ronnie! Well, rabbits are known for being able to jump, but I think Ronnie jumped higher than any other rabbit has ever jumped. He jumped so high, he almost touched the top of the trees. Maggie and Barry were rolling around laughing so hard they didn't even see Ronnie land, turn around and look at them with a very angry face. He didn't like being scared, but when he saw his friends laughing, he couldn't help but smile seeing them so happy, and very slowly a rumbling started in his belly. A rumbling that grew and grew until he couldn't hold it in and he started to laugh. In fact, he started to laugh so hard that he ended up rolling around with Maggie and Barry too. If there was one thing Ronnie liked doing as much, if not more, than playing games, it was laughing with his friends. Because having friends you can laugh with is the best feeling in the world. The end.